The lazy woman never gets up until her sister-in-law finishes making breakfast, but today to her surprise, the sister-in-law who had cooked for the family every single morning for 8 years, didn't prepare breakfast for the first time ever. Her father-in-law looked at the empty table, his face instantly showing displeasure. He assumed his daughter-in-law was still asleep, and angrily told his daughter to go wake her up, while grumbling that Hygiene must have lost her mind for daring not to make breakfast for her father-in-law. What he didn't know was that early that morning, Hygiene had gone to the civil affairs office to get divorce papers. Her eyes were full of determination. She swore she would make her unfaithful husband pay for what he'd done. Then she went straight to find Jinshan hiding in the school lounge. He was startled to see her appear out of nowhere. Just as he was wondering how she had found him, he saw his friend peeking in through the door, and realized his friend must have brought her here. The friend sensed they had something to talk about, so he closed the door quietly, giving them some privacy. But he didn't actually leave. Driven by curiosity, he and another friend leaned against the door to eavesdrop. Hygiene didn't waste words. She simply placed a document in front of Jinshan. He opened it suspiciously, and was stunned to see it was a divorce agreement. Hygiene had already filled in all the details. All that was missing was his seal. Hygiene bluntly told him she didn't want to waste her life living with him anymore. It was better if they got divorced. She was even willing to let him be with Julie. Jinshan was shocked that Hygiene would actually agree to a divorce. His face filled with disbelief. His two friends listening outside were equally stunned. They never expected that Hygiene and Jinshan weren't siblings as Jinshan had claimed, but were actually married. They opened the door slightly to listen more clearly, but accidentally fell to the floor, creating an awkward silence in the air. Hygiene, having said everything she wanted to say, didn't want to stay any longer. She told him to stamp the divorce papers and send them to her shop, then turned and walked away without looking back. As soon as she left, his two friends couldn't hold back their curiosity, and sat down in front of him, asking if it was really true that Hygiene wasn't his sister but his wife. He stayed silent, which to them was confirmation enough. They were furious. After all, they'd seen how good Hygiene had been to him for so many years. One of them finally snapped and shouted at him for being shameless, for hiding his marriage and still being tangled up with Julie. Just as Jinshan was about to explain, his phone suddenly rang, and it was Julie calling. The two friends exchanged angry looks, and one of them grabbed the phone, yelling furiously at Julie on the other end. Julie was stunned by the shouting, and tried to hang up in panic, but accidentally turned on the speakerphone, which made her sister-in-law hear the entire conversation. The sister-in-law couldn't believe it. That sweet innocent Julie could do such a thing. Julie insisted through tears that they were both suffering because of it, and said she planned to go abroad with her mother. After that trip she would end everything with Jinshan. She begged her sister-in-law to keep it secret. The sister-in-law sighed softly, feeling uneasy. For some reason she sensed Julie wouldn't actually leave in a week. Meanwhile, when Jinshan came home, he saw his father sitting grimly in the living room, waiting for him. He walked over confused, and asked what was going on. But his father barked at him to kneel, then demanded to know directly if he was still in contact with Julie. Otherwise, why would Hygiene act so strange today, leaving the house without even making breakfast? Jinshan nodded guiltily, making his father's anger explode. He yelled, asking if he had lost his mind, if Hygiene divorced him, and stopped supporting them.